morning, everybody, and welcome to the RadioA1A special broadcast of a Hurricane Ian call-in special, where we're going to try to bring on the phone some of the individuals involved in the disaster, both on the recovery side and on the relief side. So here we go. I'm Harry T., and this is the live broadcast. We are recording this also so that we can keep it in case we need to teach folks how to do hurricane relief and communication with those who only have a cell tower and possibly a little power on an iPhone or Android device to receive, or even Starlink. There are some individuals out there who can receive this broadcast this morning and who can actually possibly even make a cell phone call out. And we're going to try to put together a couple of folks who you can get in touch with to get immediate relief. So this is new. We're going to try it. It's Saturday morning. It's live. It is 8:04. As you can tell, I'm receiving the first live call, and so hold on just a moment. Let's see what we have here. Good morning. Hold on just a moment. Let me bring you into the RadioA1A broadcasting live. Who we have on the phone?
This is Ray Boone.
Ray Boone, you are current
live and
you're live in Southwest Florida, are you not?
yes. Well, not yet. I had to make my way from Nashville.
Talk to me. There are a ton of expatriate folks on that coast right there that are trying to make their way back. And when we suffered our hurricane a few years ago in the Keys, something like what we're doing right now would have been amazing on the experiences that you are trying to do just to get back. What's it like? Ray Boone?
Oh, well,
Ray Boone's on the phone, by the way.
yeah, Harry. It's I'm a lifelong Floridian, so hurricanes are just part of the deal. So I've been through them before, many hurricanes, and actually relocated after Hurricane Andrew. So we couldn't leave the house for 3 days, until they got the roads cleared. And that's what we've learned, that when they say to evacuate, probably should evacuate.
Right.
And to go back in after all the reports of everything, for 3 days, it's going to take that just to clear the road. So, now that we're up north of that and try to evaluate what we can, everything is shut off down there in body cell service. So I've talked to a couple people, and I'm bringing supplies down, a generator, a whole car load of water, etc.
Right. We're waiting on a call. By the way, generator and water is one of the specific things. If you're listening out there and you have an opportunity, and we're going to get you to some people where you can donate those things that'll get on the ground like overnight. And we've done this before with hurricanes in the Bahamas, where the Keys motivated a boat lift, and we were confiscating cruise ships to take things over to the Bahamas when they were destroyed. But now it's us and it's you. And where's your property, Ray? Where is your property?
Yeah, well, I'm right smack in the middle of Cape Coral, on the border of Fort Myers and Cape Coral on the Pulaski River, and
oh my!
It's trying to talk to somebody that's actually there. It's next to impossible because all the cell towers are down, and even though they're putting some portable ones back up,
surely.
So some people are starting to be able to text. So knowing that most of them are okay, that's what we try to assess what they need food-wise, because there's no refrigeration, there's no power, the whole gambit. There's they can't even pump the sewage. So it's everything is primitive living right now. So
right.
I'm just going to bring some things down and try to find my boat. If that's possible, find my boat. You got guys like Rudy Cox. They lived on the island out there, Pine Island. That's
Well, we spoke to
uh,
Rudy early this morning. Just a message to everybody from Rudy. Once again, he needs 2 generators. He needs them
yeah,
specifically for
yeah,
some purpose, and Rudy wouldn't be asking unless it was, holy moly,
sure,
something's happening. We need two generators. So,
yeah,
anybody that's listening, please, if you know Rudy Cox, grab something. Go to Lowe's if you've still got one, and throw some money into it. It won't. It can go to a really good cause, if you know what I mean. And I'm going
yeah,
to mention something too while I got you on the line, Ray, and you can pass this along to your. If you just wouldn't mind for me, folks, bear with me. I'm going to be looking up some things here. Um, there is a group that has a location in every small city in Florida, and the Grand Lodge of Masons in Florida has a group within them called Brother to Brothers Foundation. And those are, it's like the Mennonites or whatever. There are uh, able bodied men and the ladies that hang around with those men that
hmm
are available to coordinate and get the stuff to an individual community Masonic lodge. So also they have a um, face. Excuse me. Let me bring this up if I may. They have a GoFundMe page, so it's called Brother to Brothers, Brother to Brothers GoFundMe page. So that money goes directly to them, and there's specifically some information about there. Most of the Masonic lodges in every town in Florida is a drop-off center. Just put address to Brother to Brothers, Southwest Florida, and drop it off. No clothes, please. Clothes tend to stack up and get in the way of shipping the specifics needed, which is water, like you mentioned, Ray, right?
yeah. Water and canned goods. As far as right now, it's just basic necessities. I mean,
Yes.
there's there's no store. It's just there's no store. There's no power. You can't even get gas. So right now, it's just basic survival to get there, board up what you got, find what you can, and get out. Because in Cape Coral area, or down to Naples and up to towards Sarasota, all that area right there, there's no gas, so you have to be prepared to bring it up to go in. And I'm going headed toward Beth and Dave down there,
Yeah.
and they're okay. So
Oh,
bringing
that's
them some stuff, and they'll eventually, if the power, it's going to take time to get the power grid up and everything working. So just got to go in and secure it and get back out.
well. We're going to be standing by here, taking some calls for the next hour or so, and we've got a gentleman that I'm going to call right now. Ray, thank you so much for checking in with us, and
Yeah.
congratulations on
Well,
being
let
number
me
one in the
mention.
top 40. The top
Yeah,
40 is going to go on because we're going to pipe music and good music to
yeah.
whoever can
I'm
get it.
probably gonna miss that today. But
Okay.
one other thing too, if you do have somebody down there that you're going to help, um, research how to get there, because I just got notified that I'm gonna have to start taking back roads because Mayaca River area, I think it's 1979 mile marker
Say that
is
again.
I
Say that again.
I seven
I'm not hearing you
I
clearly, Ray. Say that one more
okay.
again. What you're talking about.
I-75 is closed both directions. So most of
Holy
the
crap!
army of everybody going down to rescue uses that highway. You can't. That area is flooded, and all the roads are closed. So you're going to have to take some back roads to get past that. It's going to be 41 or 27. There's some.
You hang on just a second. I'm trying to make a call here. I got cut through. We're trying to make an emergency call to. We'll get back with Ray Boone in just a minute. So if you'll hang on just a moment, we're going to make an emergency call to the individuals who have the relief at this point in time. So if you will just stand by, everyone. Sorry, everyone. This is being streamed live to everyone on Radio A1A, Cruising Country Radio, and we are even on Paradise Road Radio this morning. And Keezy FM wouldn't connect. That server wouldn't connect. So we are going to see if we can connect to this gentleman here, who will tell us how we get to the help that can be provided and given through Brother to Brothers.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 95434888501
We shall call them. There comes my call. Hello, this is Harry on Radio A1A. Hello, this is Harry.
Hello?
You're on Radio A1A. Who am I talking to?
How you doing, Ryan Lombardi?
Ryan, Harry T. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
You're on the line. So I'm glad I saw that we were trying to connect with you, and you have some important information as well. Ray Boone was giving us the fact that I-75 is closed.
Absolutely.
And specifically, we're going to get more information on that. We are live, and there are people on iPhone apps and Android apps across the world. And there is a call from Cape Coral. Let me see if I can bring that in, okay? Can you hold on just a minute?
Absolutely.
And I'll introduce you. All right. Are you on the phone?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Good morning.
Rudy Cox, hold on just a minute, okay? Is everybody on the phone? I'm going to put you on mute and add this call, okay? Hold on just a moment, everybody. We've got calls coming in. I'm probably hanging up on everybody. Is that you, Rudy?
Yes, it is. Good morning.
Who else do we have on this call? This is an emergency call, by the way. Hello?
Yes. Yes. Good morning.
Introduce who you
Hey,
are and what you're doing, sir.
Well, me first?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Rudy.
All righty. My name is Rudy Cox. I live in St. James City, and we are displaced at this point. We are in a process of getting generators, gasoline, and other supplies.
Jeez.
Hello.
There you are again. Rudy, are you there, sir? Rudy, are you back?
Yes, it's Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Rudy, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Keep going
Yep.
with what you were saying, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm having a problem with connection here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I am attempting to get down. So we're bringing generators down to generators, gasoline, and other supplies down to St. James City, Pine Island, and we're attempting to get that to friends of ours that are still on the island, basically.
And you need specifically those generators to do what, sir?
Lighting, to run refrigerators, things of that nature. Right now, there's no electric whatsoever. So at this point, it's basically just life necessities. That's the point of that.
So what specifically would you say are the top three things that are needed on Pine Island right now?
Right now, water is going to be is soon. Water is probably number 3. Gasoline, and tarps. I mean, all this. Yeah, I mean, all of those things. It's kind of toiletries. Toiletries in general. It's it's been 3 or 4 days now, and
So if you guys don't mind me interjecting.
Go ahead. This is Ryan with the Brother to Brothers Foundation, Inc. in Florida. Go ahead, Ryan. Introduce yourself, sir, and let them know what you do, and then interject with what you can, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Ryan Lombardi. I am a representative here with Brothers to Brothers Foundation. We're a non-for-profit here in Florida, and our main goal is basically on the spot, boots on the ground within 24 hours, emergency relief. We're a network of Freemasons, and we utilize lodges throughout the entire state as staging areas, collection and distribution centers wherever there may be an incident. So we had a survey team on the ground within 24 hours from the storm passing. And what we're doing is right now we've got a 50-foot cold trailer that we've been handing out free food, water, and ice, fresh produce to anybody in the local area. And we're in Fort Myers. If it's all right, I'd like to give you the address.
Absolutely. Phone numbers, address is okay. Is everything we can to get the people to the help. Ryan, go ahead.
All right. So we're right now we're staging at Tropical Lodge number 56, and we're located at 10868 Metro Parkway, Fort Myers, Florida 33966. We not only are here to serve the local community, but we can also work in cadence with other charities that may need a staging area. We have some storage here in the back of the lodge building, and like I said, we're serving fresh produce, food, and so on to the neighborhood, anyone that needs it.
Hey,
Now,
Ryan.
I will tell you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ryan, I want to just ask you, do you have a facility there to have a big tropical fundraising event, musical event? Because Rudy Cox on the phone is one of those tiki bar players, and his tiki bars aren't there anymore.
Wow.
So there's going to be long-term care. Oh, not care. That's what I need.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, Rudy, but I hate to.
We knew that. We knew that.
I hate to butt in, but there's going to be a need, folks out there, and please, if you're listening, we're going to have Rudy. Can you write down the number and place and area there so that you can at least put out a Facebook post to your. Because Rudy has thousands of people that listen and play music. If he puts this out in that area, they're all going to know where this is. So you better get ready, Ryan.
Right. Yeah.
This is
Hey,
the power.
let me do this.
Okay. So Rudy.
Yeah, go.
Ryan is going to repeat this again. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the cell tower stations, whatever. It's pretty sketchy at times. It's coming and going. Hey, Ryan, could you repeat that for me?
What's that?
The phone number?
Yeah, my contact phone number will be 954-348-8501.
501.
Yep,
Ryan.
and that's Ryan Lombardi. And,
Ryan Lombardi.
Yep.
Brothers
Now,
and brothers.
I do have a list that's gone out in the local emergency response committee.
Yes.
They're really needing non-perishable foods, water, baby wipes, tarps, diapers, bug spray. Believe me, we slept the night outside last night.
Oh, you guys.
Loading out this stuff, and the mosquitoes are no joke out here. Baby food, simple toys for kids, just to help them kind of get through. A lot of people lost everything, and anything we could do to help the kids get through. And then beyond that would be pet food. Pet food's another big thing that's really overlooked, and that we definitely need.
Man, oh wow.
Yeah, you're right, Ryan. A lot of people forget about toys for kids and things like that. Kids are sitting around bored all day, and it's not good. They need something to keep them going and keep their spirits up through all this stuff as well.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, we've made a connection between you, Ryan, and one of the fine performers down there that's been number one in our Trop 40, which is going to go on again tomorrow. We're going to be pumping tropical Americana, trop rock, Gulf and Western type music to keep people's spirits positive, because music is one of those healing factors too. Rudy, what about the upcoming performances? How may Ryan get the word to the Masons across Florida. You know, this is a reciprocity situation. These brothers are in every town in Florida, and this is not just the small town in Florida, is it, Ryan? Tell us about the brothers in Florida.
So, Florida Freemasonry comprises about 36,000 gentlemen here in the state of Florida. Obviously, we all represent the Grand Lodge of Florida, and the most bourgeois Grand Master was Robert Lambert. And we're just a good old fraternity of hardworking men who love our communities. We want to make a difference in our communities, and the fraternity allows us and helps us and teaches us and allows us to help other men take the goodness that we possess as good men and humans, and just learn how to finite that and just get better at being better and being better men and husbands and fathers. And that's what Florida Freemasonry is all about. Charity events like this and helping the community is what we do. So if anybody's interested to know more, come down, get some free food and any life-saving supplies. And if you need to get for your neighbors, we just ask that you get what you can use and don't let it go to waste. This is all really good food that was actually a lot of it was donated by Farm Share, which is another incredible.
We've done business with them before in the Bahamas and in other disasters in South Florida, Royal Palm Lodge, Florida Keys Lodge, and many of the other great lodges that were involved in that boat lift to the Bahamas.
Absolutely.
So this is a situation. I've got a question for you guys. And Rudy, if you're still there, boats.
Yeah.
How do we get stuff on boats to Pine Island? Because that's the only damn way you can get there. Let's go to the point. How do we solve a problem, and how can we get a flotilla of volunteers together to do that? There used to be something in the Shriners called they had a whole group of people that owned boats, and they got together and they did boat lifts.
You know, if I could interject real quick.
Yes.
As of right now, it's kind of the rumor mill. So they're saying that boats are allowed to go out there. I can't confirm it or not. I just can't yet, but we're working on that. We have some friends that are, with boats. It could very well be our boat that's still on Pine Island, and they're gonna, meet us in different locations. I know that they're planning on doing a survey of all the waters around there because, Pine Island was torn up as was Cape Coral and places like that. And there's a lot of objects in the water, a lot of submerged, just roofs or buildings and all, trailers and all, and boats are everywhere.
I know where you are, but can I tell you a story? Let's go to something positive that happened once upon a time a couple of years ago. There was a hurricane that just destroyed the Bahamas, and that's an island, just like Pine Island.
Yeah.
And within 24 hours, there was a cruise ship confiscated. The government of the Bahamas had been contacted by the Masonic Lodge, and all of the port authorities and things were waived. If there's a Masonic Lodge on Pine Island, there is a group of men on there that can cut through any of the red tape. And by the way, this group of Masons, they rode their way through bodies, getting generators there, and had a soup kitchen on the ground within 48 hours with generators and feeding and hot food. These am I telling a story, Ryan? we did it with RadioA1A last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's the mission.
A lot can be done with where there's the will, and there's the will right now on Pine Island. There's the will of a lot of people coming together. I mean, there's a lot of people working together to make sure that first everybody, I think, they're searching and trying to rescue people.
Certainly,
and they're going throughout the island because there's some pretty remote places there as well, and they're going basically. Prior to the National Guard getting there, they were all, people were banding together and, riding golf carts and walking and whatever else, just going house to house, seeing if they could find it.
Those are an amazing group of people.
Great.
We've done a live radio broadcast from right there at the Low Key Tiki Bar, which is not there anymore. And we did a broadcast from right there. And those people are some of the strongest, wonderful people in the world. That's why about 24 hours before it came, I said, say a prayer for Pine Island. I couldn't spell Matlacha.
Yeah.
I couldn't, you can't, there's no spell check correct for Matlacha. It comes Matalachi or Mole,
Right, right.
So you say Pine Island and St. James City, and that kind of encompasses. But let's talk about Matlacha. Ryan, please stay with us, because as we go along here, I'm going to be plugging in some of the things that you can give us some ideas about here, live on Radio A1A and streaming on a whole lot of social media places around the world, and Cruising Country Radio. Matlacha, you said, Rudy, it's just not there anymore. You've got to try to get there to get your generators to people, right?
Right.
Talk to me.
Right now, right now we are heading over to Palm Harbor, and we are picking, or close to there anyways, picking up another generator from our friends Sue and Chris Reckmeyer.
Yeah.
Tiki
Bar Groupies. Tiki Bar Groupies.
Yes.
Hello, Sue.
Yes.
Hello, Chris.
So we're over there. We're picking that up, and we're bringing it there. So when we get to Matlacha, the main road, in Matlacha, where Bert's Bar is, and all those places like that, the old fish house and D&D Bay, basically that road is gone now.
Oh no.
So the road has pretty much been there. A river went through it, basically. I mean, it's horrible.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone. It's gone, absolutely gone. And Bert was there, I believe, 80-something years. No, Jim Morris played, and that was like the house that Jim built. I mean, Jim Morris played there for about 16 years every Wednesday night unless he was traveling.
The music that was written on that little strip that looks like the Keys used to look in 1957, by the way. The same. If you wanted to go to Florida to see, it doesn't even, the old Florida doesn't, it's gone. Oh, man, what a sad sight, man.
There's actually a lot of people from the Keys that have moved there.
Jeanette,
because it's got that.
Jeanette and Carl. Have you heard from Jeanette and Carl? Because they had a business there.
Yeah, I believe Carl has moved back to the Keys, but I know he's in good shape.
Carl Deeger.
And Jeanette, and Jeanette is fine. It's from what I can see, the Anglers Inn, which is now hers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Anglers Inn, the world famous Anglers Inn, Jeanette Deegert. I don't know if she has that name anymore. Sometimes they throw those in the canal, those ladies.
It happens.
Mine did. Three of them.
There you go.
Anyway,
right.
Go ahead.
She's I believe she is she is okay. The business is still there.
Oh.
And right now, which thank God. And right now there's no electric, there's no water. So you can walk from her place and walk towards the Matlacha Bridge, and you could walk on the Matlacha Bridge and look out over what was Bert's and all these other places, and it's gone. It's just gone. So I guess the Army Corps of Engineers is coming in to try to figure out what can be done. Is there a temporary, just whatever they do, trying to make it workable.
They do miracles.
So until then,
and our best to, especially the first responders, and thank you so very much. And another group of people, Ryan, I don't know, there are a lot of Masons who are linemen all over the country. And by the way, people are listening to this all over the United States. There is a GoFundMe page. Ryan, if you could tell me how we can get people to put that on their social media, put the link on their social media and share where they can go to this GoFundMe page, because every dollar goes directly to these generators and food hitting the ground right now. And I'm going to post pictures of what some of the people from the Keys have already put together and put in the truck last night. They even put ice. They sent ice. Boom. From down here in the Keys. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. So go ahead, Ryan. Tell us where can they go to the GoFundMe page to make a difference? I looked at it, it's like only $30 in it. What's up? What's up with all this? So it just came out, right?
Yeah, we just put that together last night. Just trying to raise money. 100% of the of any monies that are raised or donated to Brothers goes back to the cause. We have no payroll. We don't take anything. It's 100% donation. We're in this to help the community. So if anybody feels it and they feel that they can, that would be amazing. If you go to GoFundMe, you can just look up Brothers to Brothers, Hurricane Relief, and you can also find us, Brothers to Brothers Foundation on Facebook. And we'd appreciate any help that we can get. Monetarily is great. If anybody's in the area that wants to donate time and effort, we've got a big project going on down here. And we could always use more bodies to help hand out food and sort the trucks and, just try to make this thing as easy and painless for everybody as possible. And we really do. We appreciate all the help we get, and we're here to continue to help for years to come.
Tell me again what is the address of the lodge where they may specifically drop off materials in Fort Myers? What's the address of that lodge?
So the lodge that we're at, again, is Tropical Lodge number 56, and that's going to be 10868 Metro Parkway, Fort Myers, Florida, 33966.
If you have trucks coming directly into town that can get past anywhere, if you have airplanes, if you have helicopters, if you have boats, get in touch with Ryan, Brothers to Brothers, Inc. or Foundation.
Brothers to Brothers.
Yeah. So it comes from a great organization, from one that is been around for hundreds of years, and you gentlemen have done things with the Shriners hospitals that are miracles happen every day, and no child has ever paid for care in Tampa. Our folks out with the Galveston Parrot Head Club out there that we've raised money for those hospitals in the past. We thank you for your care and donations, but today we're turning the attention to another group of people and brothers of this same group, like the Shriners. Most of them are Shriners, aren't they, Ryan?
Yeah, so that's the one thing about Brothers to Brothers. We're not a Florida Masonic charity. We're a standalone charity made of Masons.
That's right.
So everything we do as Masons. We represent the Grand Lodge in our day-to-day and daily lives. The charity itself is comprised of quite a bit of Masons, a lot of Shriners. We've got York Rite guys, we've got Scottish Rite brothers. Anybody who's a Mason first, doesn't matter beyond that. We're here to help, and we really appreciate you plugging us. Gentlemen, I'm going to have to cut off because we're opening for service at 10, and I've got a bunch of guys looking at me, breaking their backs, and I want to go help them out.
Ryan, best to you, sir, and make sure you exchange information and share this on social media, please. Everybody, please get the word out, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, brother.
Hey, thanks so much for what you're doing and giving us the opportunity to reach more people.
You got it, man. That's our job.
Thank you, Ryan. As a resident of Lee County, hey, we just appreciate you guys coming in and helping out. I mean, there's a lot of people in need. And it's the one thing about these events, people rise to the occasion. Just thank you.
Absolutely. And when you get back in the area, swing by and come say hello.
I will. All
Sweet.
right. Thank you.
Sweet.
Awesome.
It's about 36 minutes after 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm speaking with Rudy Cox, and that was Ryan from Brother to Brothers Foundation, Inc. And what do you think about all that, Rudy? Is that something that we can get involved with, sir?
Absolutely. That's a great organization. It's nice. Like I said, if there's, I was talking to Lyle Wilson yesterday. One of the things I said to him is that whenever there's a natural disaster or things like this, some sort of tragedy, people come together. They drop all the other things in their lives and they work together for a common good. And 9 times out of 10, there's no benefit, there's no payback or anything of that nature. It's just the benefit of helping other people. And that's awesome.
Well, tell me something about you personally, if you don't mind. You have property on Pine Island, and you may or may not get to see it. Is that right? For a while?
Well, Well, here's the issue. Our house fared great. Not a drop of well, I guess one drop of water. I mean, it did very well. There's really no water intrusion to speak of. Now we were surrounded by water, like right up to the front door, if nothing came in. And so in our minds, we thought the house was done. We thought it was going to be blown away or sunk or whatever. And about 11 o'clock at night, we get the call, hey, everything's great, so we're relieved. This is going to be great. We're going to be able to go back home. And then we find out the road's missing, and has it washed away. There's no power. There's no electric, so we can't get to it. So the house is in great shape, and we don't know if we're going to be able to get back onto the island today or not. Obviously we'd like to, but it's not something that's easily done. We've got friends on the island,
friends
that
and
maybe
family.
Friends and family on the island, and they may be taking our boat for all we know.
Beautiful.
To Cape Coral to pick up supplies, and it's probably a 45-minute ride, so it's not necessarily something we want to put them through. Having to drop us back off. Later in the day, so we'll see what happens there. But I tell you, Harry, it's an awesome place, and it's a bunch of great people.
Can you believe?
And, right now, they're all working together.
Can you just believe the music that was written about the place and I heard it live when you premiered your last album there. It was all about St. James City. Now I'm not going to. I don't think I want to play. I don't want any crying going. We got much planning to do. We're too busy here at the studio taking information, sharing it, and working with Brother to Brothers. They just called me the other night. Harry, can you do what you did with the Bahamas? Well, we and with the help of Barefoot Man and the K-Man, when he hears about this, there's going to be an event somewhere around there. We're going to have to throw a party and then raise a ton of money, because he did that for the Bahamas, and they did that up in Port St. Lucie, for goodness sake.
Right.
So if we can just equal what we did for the Bahamas for Pine Island, I'll tell you, there'll be cases of rum heading here to the studio. Well,
there you go.
that was Bahamian rum. I didn't take no money, but they sure sent a lot of rum.
Right.
And that was good. What y'all make on Pine Island?
Tell you, Harry.
What do y'all make on Pine Island?
Music. It's actually Boquilla rum, but I'm not sure it's made there.
Well, Siesta Key. The first thing I went with, that son of a bitch is going to blow down that distillery where that coconut rum is, and I'm not going to be able to. So,
well, I tell you,
and that son of a bitch is Ian is the name of the son of a bitch. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and put the name on the thing. But
right,
go
call
ahead.
Him what he is. So I say there's Dolphin Rum, and which is right there in Pine Island. Mm-hmm. I tell you, I mean, I'm obviously partial to St. James City and Pine Island because that's where I live. But I tell you, all of Cape Coral is in bad shape. Oh. I mean, the entire place has been decimated.
I'm on the phone with. Hold on a second. I noticed I haven't done a station ID here in a minute. I'm on the phone with Rudy Cox. No, I don't. That's the wrong way to do this. Wait a second. I'm on the phone with Rudy Cox, and there's been a devastating hurricane. St. James City, Pine Island, and this is a live broadcast this morning. It's 41 minutes past 8 a.m. on Central Time, Alabama and LA studios, and Keys Time in the Alamorada world of Radio A1A, A1A studios down in the Keys. It's 42 minutes past the hour of 9. Rudy Cox, you're live. Go ahead, sir. What is the future going to bring? As we mentioned, the recovery efforts when Barefoot Man helped bring the Bahamas back. That was one island to another. And the Florida Keys, the brothers of Florida, helped from the Florida Keys over to the Bahamas and had boat lifts going from one island to another. And everybody's on an island. So from one island to another, what do you see as the future and how we may most, I know everybody's jumping on Facebook streams and you can donate there, no question about it. But be careful. You don't know where it's going to go. There's some like Brian Burns. Brian Burns, do that one. Go to those streams and donate all you can instantly. It's going directly. You saw those streams last night, and they are going to be this evening. Brian Burns from Sail and Song Promotions is doing live streams. I know you probably can't get them, but it's happening. And, you know, we just got back from Jacksonville and his River Fest on the St. Johns River, which was a major event. And the first person out there who was there was Donnie Brewer out in Texas. And he says, I'm getting thousands of people tell me, what can we do? What kind of event? So everybody piled on. So as you know, as the trop rock world does, you know how we do, Rudy. You know how we are. We want to help. What is the first things we can do for the future to help? What can we do? And have you plans for any events yet, or is that way too soon?
You know, right now it's too soon for me to plan. What we need to do personally, anyways, is to solidify where we're going to live and just get that settled. And I believe we have that settled at this point. And then after that, once we have that taken care of, we will jump into I guess where we go from there. You know,
sure.
I know a lot of people have reached out to me already about doing some sort of event. I'm not sure which is the best way to. I don't know that doing a live event is possible just yet because, frankly, Charlotte County and Lee County is in shambles right now. So at some point soon, we're going to have to do a live event. But right now, I just don't know if it's possible. And as far as the live streaming goes, I saw Brian Bristol, I believe, last night for a few minutes, and then the internet cut out. And
as is your phone connection.
That was about it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Right.
So Rudy,
we're out in the middle of nowhere. So.
Rudy, my brother, as a musician brother, as one who's been a number one on our Trop 40, our beloved Trop 40, we're going to carry that on tomorrow and make sure that there's an open line here at the station so that people can connect. Communications is the number one thing to even, I'm so curious about Dolphin Key Resort, for instance, but I don't want to bring that subject up because that puts something on your plate that you don't have time for right now.
Yeah.
But reach out.
Now, can't happen.
We can help. So we can help. So that's the problem. When you come across these guys in the golf cart going up and down the road on Pine Island, I know one, he's too proud to ask for help. And he's out there in the middle of probably horrible conditions. And you're talking about mosquitoes that Ryan mentioned from Brother to Brothers, Inc. It's happening. It's happening real to babies right now, right over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So those things we need to put on the back burner. But we're curious out there, Rudy, and that's why we put a radio show on a Saturday morning when I'm usually, whatever. And I'd like to ask you a favor. If you do get to the point where you can share pictures with us and things that are happening around there, and especially share where people can get help with the Brother to Brothers, because that's on the ground now. And if you get a chance, because I'll see your tag, and you know me, I like to share what you do, and then it goes to the world. Whatever you give me, because we're a media source. Yeah. Use us, abuse us. It's time for us to do what we're here for. Okay.
I gotcha. Well, hey, listen. Right now, getting the word out there that people need help. I mean, that right there is key. I think most people in their daily lives want to do something good. And now, the Brothers to Brother GoFundMe page would be a way to do it. All the money goes directly toward helping.
Yes.
And, I mean, and it's nice. No one makes a salary out of it. It just goes directly to helping people. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the money goes directly to helping people.
It's better than the Red Cross, by the way. Now, no offense. They do what they do, and they do wonderful things. But they're usually about a month late and a few dollars short. Listen, I'm hurricane. You are too. You're hurricane experienced, and this is not a time for this is a time for cutting directly, and it's for taking care of ourselves. Brother to Brother does that. Rudy Cox and his brothers in the musicians world, the TRMA, and Donnie Brewer, and Brian Burns, and Ray Boone, and all those individuals who are donating musicians' time to raise funds on Facebook. Just let's do it right. Make sure it sounds good, because everybody turns that off if it doesn't sound good. Isn't that right, Rudy?
Right.
Just
that's a fact. That's a fact. A lot of talent out there.
There's a
It's
lot of
gotta sound
talent.
good
Don't
when
waste
they,
it. We don't waste the time,
Right.
talent, and make sure you get a good, nice quality feed, and then put that tip jar up there going directly to a really good thing, maybe even like Brother to Brother or whatever. Well, the Lone Palm
Yeah.
Foundation. Oh my God! So now we're talking. So the future. You can take some music therapy yourself. You're talking about taking dolls to babies. Rudy Cox. Bring your guitar with you for the humans, huh?
There you go. We're going to do some of that. We are. I think it's about the future. I think the first thing that's going to happen is recovery and helping people, just making sure everybody's safe. At that point, getting everybody, all right, being access to their homes and get things going, make sure they have what they need, and then it's rebuilding. The things that need to be rebuilt will be rebuilt, and I'm confident that sometime by the time Christmas happens, people will be able to get back together here, and
Christmas.
And I'm sure RadioA1A is going to be there as well. Well, I mean, Christmas.
You can't keep me away.
Listen, if it happens by Christmas.
You can't me or whoever my survivor, whoever gets RadioA1A when I hand it off to Lyle Wilson, and he ain't in good shape either. So whoever's the next person in line, you are committed to be in St. James City in whatever's left of the low key. I'm still in the keys. Low key tiki at the drunkenmost southern point.
There you go. From what I heard, just a little update about them, and that is where I did the last call video. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of people there. People can see what that looked like from that. But there's they had water up to the roof, I believe, or something along those lines, and they are rebuilding, so they're already working on that. I mean, if nothing else, you got nothing better to do right now than to start working. So that's what they're going to do.
When they get that motel ready, and Jeanette gets that beautiful little place, that boutique place there in Matlacha running, the first responders are going to have a roof over their head, and the lodge is going to be, and people are going to be smoking mullet on the side of the road and living off of it. I'm telling you, that's it. There's going to be
just like it used to happen.
They're going to be huge pots of things cooking. The Masonic lodges and the Moose lodges are going to roll those things. There's some Moose lodges along there. I can't imagine. They're probably rolling out to something, aren't they? Those are good groups of people. Those community service organizations. Talk about them, Rudy.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard it from any of those?
Right now, the only contact we've had is with the local friends and family out there, man. And what they're doing, basically, people are getting together and they're checking on everybody. They're all cooking together and and things of that nature, and just making sure that everybody has enough. The local Moose Lodge, I've just not heard about because the phone reception is so bad. You can't text or call on anybody, and if you can, you better stand still because the signal is going to go away quick, So,
Rudy, thank you so much.
I've just not heard about it.
You're valuable to the community. You don't need to listen to my old blowhard stuff anymore about what we did in the past, our old music or all that kind of stuff. Rudy Cox is the future of what's happening and how recovery can happen in a good way, because I've seen it in a bad way, and we all know what happens. So I think we have a good governor with a good finger on what's happening down there. You call us and let us know if he does it, and I'll call his ass and have him on the radio station and find out why. It's time to call. I understand that they got elected, but it's time to call those officials. This is what we put them there for, right, Rudy?
Well, I'll tell you, Governor DeSantis was there yesterday, and
beautiful.
When he basically says jump, when he says jump, everybody asks how high. I mean, he takes care of business.
Once again.
Takes care of business.
To all of those who have to jump and the linemen who have to climb and everybody who has to do everything, thank you. Nurses, doctors, everybody pouring their service in. From Rudy Cox, I know, from Ryan and the Brothers to Brothers Foundation, and from everybody, from Ray Boone, who was on earlier and trying to get back from Nashville. Everybody, we thank you for your service. We thank you for those extra hours. We thank you for the Kentucky linemen who've come down, and from Alabama, all of you linemen who are going to be putting in unbelievable hours in service, and for all the first responders, and to the Corps of Engineers. Folks, if the waters don't get moving around there, it don't move. It won't, and the roads, it won't. No. Thank you, Rudy. Again, we're going to cut this off. I've got a call to make to a couple of other people that want to come in and make a report. So, is there anything? Is there a number anybody can reach you to send that generator to you? How would they get that generator to you? You need it now.
Well, the best way to get a hold of me would be on my email. That's the best way, because sometimes I'm not getting the cell call. It's rudycox95@gmail.com. rudycox95@gmail.com.
Let's get him a generator there now, everybody, okay? Thank you, Rudy. Stay safe above all.
Thank you, Harry.
And by the way, stay sanitary, because you can catch. I'm serious. Clorox.
I'm serious too.
Now's the time that there's things growing on Pine Island that wasn't there before. Be safe, folks. I'm serious. I got one of those things that almost lost my hand from the hurricane, and it was an infection. So
not good.
And it happened to me just moving stuff, clearing stuff. So please, what you're doing, you think all that stuff's fine. It's not. There's stuff growing on that stuff that you just don't need to be around it. It is one of those times it's toxic. It can be dangerous in the long run. So thank you, Rudy, for being on with us again, okay?
Well, my pleasure, Harry. Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, this is Radio A1A. We're broadcasting on smartphone apps and all kind of stuff all over Amazon, Google. Have mercy. We're going to also see if we can't make a call here soon come with one of our friends, if I can operate this doggone phone, which seems to want to see my face. It does not like these headphones. There we go. So I'm going to be calling a good friend of mine who happened to start the Bahamas relief, and see if we can't bring him up as a part of the Brother to Brothers and give us a little more information. It may go to us, but he will call me back. I did receive a call here. He is in the South Florida area and part of the people that are bringing the information to us about.
Your call has been forwarded to an
So we'll get back to him as in the future as well. We're going to be signing off here in just a little while from the studios of LA Studios in Mobile, Alabama, and also broadcasting from our locations in the Florida Keys, Isla Mirada, and to the world by way of Radio A1A, Cruising Country Radio, KeyZFM.com, and Paradise Road Radio, and all of our streaming services through Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, blah, 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 you know. We need you to go to that GoFundMe page. We're going to be posting that here on this stream on Facebook, on the video stream shortly, folks. We're going to be signing off. And thank you so very much. And back to the music programming on Radio A1A.